Live from the Azure Span, it's Super Gamekast 2 with your host, Bronson Fiore. Bronson?
Hey, sorry, I spaced out.
Good
day.
Oh, hey!
Bronson.
Disconnect.
You just transitioned over to Bronson's just dead corpse. Oh shit! All right. Well.
Show Bronson's internet disconnected, and during the show, Bronson disconnected. That's all.
Oh no. Hey Bronson, what's up?
Hey, it's
Yeah?
It's been a week, man. It's been
No
a good
kidding,
week,
huh?
though. Oh lordy. So how y'all doing? I'm Bronson Fiore, joined by the always awesome Aaron Reynolds.
Hi, I'm here.
Armand Bobby, Emily Hulslander, and then the HR ninja Jesse Pewitt.
Good morning.
I guess we feel like it's December, huh? We are just crashing and burning.
The podcast is just checking out.
We're okay.
Ready for the year to end.
We're here. We have news. We have things to talk about. I promise you. But whoo boy, what a time.
Yeah, no, it's been a thing. So, yeah, hey guys.
Hey, hello.
Another fine week of video game news happened, but that doesn't matter because New World of Warcraft's expansion came out.
You have been playing you some World of Warcraft. Let me tell you,
it's pretty good. It's pretty good, man.
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
pretty good.
Okay.
The thing is though, is like their leveling experience is always good.
Mhm.
Every I have not in like even the worst World of Warcraft expansions, Shadowlands.
Yeah, the beginning has always been good.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like I remember you having a decent time with Shadowlands, and then you got to the part that everyone is trying to get to when playing World of Warcraft, and that's where it went downhill.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That was everyone's experience with that. So yeah, but hey, that is so. Here's the thing. From what I have heard from my people that I know who are going significantly harder at this than I am.
Yes.
Because I got in late. I said I'd wait to do the intro with Stella, so I got in late, and that means I was a couple days late to the party. I've already caught Anthony though, and long surpassed him. So, and a couple other people. I know, dude. These people slacking. Like you're slacking, man.
I am slacking.
You know, fucking out here, not even in the Dragon Isles yet.
That's right. I made an Evoker, right? So technically,
In the most tactical sense, you have
I
joined.
was in the Dragon Isles for a little bit.
Well,
Just a little bit, though.
Fair. But yeah, so I got to it late, but I got to play a lot on Thursday, yesterday, and I will get more in today. I'm probably going to be capped by the time before the story finishes, but you need to finish the story to do endgame.
Yep.
So that'll be a thing. I love all the zones, even the zone that I'm not super so I love all 3 of the 4 zones that I've been to. The one zone I haven't been to yet looks cool. Like I've flown there once.
okay.
But other than
Only once, though?
yeah, it's where the capital is, and I went there to set that as my Hearthstone and then leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
fair.
then otherwise I've been out questing and doing stuff, and let me tell you, dude, dragon riding is if they keep working on this in the correct way, this is going to be my favorite dragon flight feature by far.
Okay.
This shit is so much fun. Literally, the first thing I do when I get to a new zone is like, all right, let's go check out all the dragon races.
Nice.
What are all the dragon races about?
Are those better than the way Final Fantasy handles like Aether 8? Like, you have to get the aether pieces to get flying in that area.
Okay, so the way it works is like 2 hours in to the first zone, you get dragon riding, and you can just go anywhere with it. Like it's available in all zones.
Damn.
Like yeah, like you have flying from start. That
Nice.
said, to level up your flying, because when you first get it, you're kind of gimped. Like you only have three vigor charges, which are like your things to gain height or speed.
Mhm.
Because this is more of like gliding really fast.
Okay.
Versus actual like what you would think of flight in like a WoW or a Final Fantasy.
Are you telling me you're
Until
falling with style?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So until you start getting your talent tree unlocked, which you do by finding the dragon glyphs.
Okay.
So the dragon glyphs are very similar to aetheryte currents. You have a little fucking thing in the right hand corner that's like when you're close to one, it'll pop up and it'll say, "Hey, your dragon is sensing a glyph 470 yards to the east." You know, shit
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
That said, or you could alternatively do what I do and just level through the zone, find the ones you find, and then when you don't find the rest, you just pull up the achievement linked to the glyphs, and then look for them on Google.
Yep. Yep.
So
That's how you do
Okay.
it.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's not bad. Like I said, I pretty much immediately grab that shit the second I can.
Right.
And I do all the races the second I can. It is one of the most fun things they have ever added to World of fucking Warcraft.
That's
Like
a lot,
it is,
given how long it's been around.
yes, like it is so goddamn fun. I love doing it against other people. I love doing it against I like that moment when like you finish one of the races and like you see like gold and you got it by like 0.02 seconds. You're like, oh fuck yeah, yeah, like it's awesome. It's
Cool.
super great. It's probably the second best mount system I've ever seen in an MMO,
Nice.
and
All
I
right.
hope they expand on it. Like it's great. It's so goddamn fun.
Cool.
The profession system is super deep. Like insanely deep. Like even the fucking gathering professions have specializations and perks and fucking leveling that you do now. And I'm just
Jeez.
like, yeah, like it's dude, like the fact that you can put in work orders is nice. So if you're like me and you do only gathering, you can still get shit out of it. There's some beyond like out of the new crafting system. Putting in work orders is pretty cool. I haven't had to do it much because I'm not at endgame yet, so I'm not gonna fucking tell people to make gear for me when there's no
Yep.
purpose. So yeah, there's that. I don't know what else. I'm trying to think. Yeah, like the profession system's neat. Like it's very expanded. That's something people and like crafted gear is like super useful.
Sure.
Like you can like it's not like because traditionally in WoW, crafted gear is like useful for all of like a week after the expansion drops.
Yeah.
Like if that, by the way, like it's so like hearing people talk and be like, oh no, dude, this crafted gear is like as good as like Mythic 0 if you get high enough quality. I'm like, oh fuck yes.
Nice.
So that's cool. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, like it's. I think if you are a crafter and you're really into it, you're gonna really enjoy it. I know in our Discord, Link and Jarek have both like said like, "Oh, dude, I can't stop making shit." Like I just I'm like I've been in crafting hell, and I'm just like that's fucking awesome.
Cool.
So yeah, the actual story is fine. Like it's very back to basics.
Okay.
It's big bad dragon that wants to kill all the other dragons, and you stop them from becoming the aspects again.
Okay.
That's basically the long and short of it. And then you have a far more interesting subplot with the two black dragon leaders trying to figure out who is going to become the new black dragon aspect.
Okay.
Since Deathwing is dead. So yeah, that's that's fantastic. We've had the new talent trees for a week or two, or no, like a month now, and we already know those are great. It feels really rewarding leveling up and like getting a new talent every time. Like that
Nice.
feels super good. I'm very glad that they brought them back. Like I'm looking at my when I'm leveling, and I'm only getting 10 talent points through going through the Dragon Isles.
Mhm.
But like I'm looking at my tree and I'm like, oh fuck yeah, next level I'm gonna take Spear of Bastion. Fuck yeah, and it just feels really good. They have a bunch of fun little secrets out in the world that give you cool shit. Like behind this one waterfall, there's a 32 slot reagent bag.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I heard about this.
Yeah, like that was a cool little thing. I'm not gonna spoil which waterfall for those that want to find it themselves, but that is a thing.
Okay.
And just in general, it's very positive at launch, and from everyone's been saying in the beta and in the speculation for Endgame, that stuff does not look like what Shadowlands or even BFA was. So
It's promising.
yes, I will say that, and I've only done 2 of the dungeons. I'm on my way to the 3rd of the 8, and so far those 2 seem very good. I will say the second one, I think it's called the Nukhund Offensive. That shit is gonna fuck up groups on Mythic so bad.
Nice.
So unbelievably bad. If they do not follow attention to the tank's pathing and in general the tank, you are going to wipe over and over and over and over again.
Great.
The good part about that dungeon though is because it's like it's a big open plane, and then you pick, with the exception of the last boss, you pick and fly to each of the bosses.
Mm-hmm.
So it has this like interesting like kind of a game within a game of you picking your pathing to which dungeon you want to go to.
Okay.
Or which boss you want to go to. Like that, I really like that idea. So that's really cool. It is by far and away the most gorgeous WoW anything yet.
Sure.
Like it is fucking beautiful. Like it is just absolutely fucking gorgeous. I will say customizing your dragon is a lot of fun.
Okay.
But there is a little bit of a caveat for when you first start the expansion. When you first start the expansion, you only get 1 of the 4 dragon types, and you unlock the other 3 by playing through the story.
Mm-hmm.
And then most of the customizations are locked behind story or rep or achievements or PvP or dungeons.
Yeah.
So to which that's fair. Like like hey, play the game if you want to customize your dragon fully.
Right.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
But that might bother some people. I made my toothy boy, my toothy proto Drake boy, and I'm probably gonna roll with him for a good long while. I'll post a picture of him in the Discord so y'all can pull that up.
Okay.
I will say the customization stuff for the new race is wild. There's so much you can change on the new race that my wife and I spent an hour and a half just making our character.
Yep.
To look the way we wanted it to look. Yeah, it was crazy. Normally I'm just like, okay, there's a few faces to choose from, some hair to choose from, but there's a lot of customization options for the Drakthir.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. And on top of that, it's like they have said that they intend to eventually bring that to the other races. Same thing with how they're eventually going to be trying to bring every single class to every race.
Yeah.
So that's both of those are going to be things that are happening in the distant or near future, depending on how they do it. But yeah, my big thing is I want to unlock the 3rd dragon because it's a traditional Drake, and then I want to unlock I need to figure out what rep do I need to grind to get the armor for them. the
right.
armor, and then the black dragon. I want to ride around on a fucking armored black dragon.
Yeah.
So bad. But yeah, it's weird. And then this is gonna be kind of for our topic of the week later. But here, I'm not sure if Jesse, you caught that like 1 hour interview, entirely open interview Blizzard did with Preach. But I was just like, wow, they actually like give a shit. Like this felt like a Final Fantasy live letter, but instead of just being devs, it was like someone from the community doing it. It was weird. It was super weird by Blizzard standards.
We'll
Like,
have to get into it when we get around to our topic.
yes. So yeah.
So
like-
so if you can't tell, you guys, there's gonna be some World of Warcraft talk because we're deep in it.
yes. Yeah. Like that. Yes. Jesse, Jesse, it doesn't matter. Jesse, once you hit cap, let me know. I'll start tanking mythics for you.
Sure.
Because
Sounds good
I
to
know.
me.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to get into those dungeons. I'm not looking forward to Mythic Akung Offensive. Just like I've also heard that World of Warcraft apparently got its own version of Arm Vale now.
Oh boy.
The fuck?
Oh, good.
Arm
It's just what
Vale.
you always wanted.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Aaron.
I mean, if you want to explain it, Jesse.
Someone explain it to me, please. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's a giant question mark on my face. Like, what the
Yes.
fuck are you guys talking about?
So Arm Vale in Final Fantasy is the first like real dungeon with mechanics that if you don't do, you will die and potentially like your whole group will
Okay.
continue to die. So there's like this poison mechanic that you get in a couple of fights in that dungeon where if you hit a certain number of stacks, you're just dead, but you can walk over to an item, use it, and then it removes your stacks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the first like real mechanically, not even intensive, but it introduces like real mechanics into a dungeon, and people just aren't prepared for it most of the time. So when you go into RM Vale, if you've got anybody who's like relatively new to the game, chances are you are going to die a couple of times.
Yeah, like this is also like a rot poison themed dungeon. This third one, from everything I've seen and heard. Like I said, I'm about to hit it fairly soon, and yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it as a tank. Let me tell you.
We actually had for RM Vale on stream. I was in a group and they were just not getting it down, and the group disbanded. We couldn't get past that first boss of RM Vale because the others were not figuring it out. It was bad.
No.
So yeah.
Let me tell you, if you just want to instantly not have faith in humanity, play an MMORPG.
Yeah.
It is
sad, but it's true.
It is astounding how fucking bad some people are, man.
Yeah.
Like, and the thing, here's the thing: some shit I understand. Like, there are some mechanics in Mythic dungeons where I'm just like, okay, I totally see how you would have a rough time with that.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Dude, fucking A. I get it. But like Arm Vale, that shit went so smooth when all four of us knew what we were doing.
Sure.
Like that shit.
Yeah. No,
was
it's nothing.
it was super easy, and that's so many things. Like that fucking dungeon that I talked about in this, I was just like, well, I mean, if you just follow the tank's pathing, like that shit becomes so goddamn easy.
Yeah.
But try and convince for the people to follow instructions.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but no, and the thing is, like, on Wednesday, I immediately heard about this dungeon from a guildie who posted guild chat. Brackentide Hollow on Mythic is gonna be fucking horrible. Be ready.
Oh fuck! Here we go.
Cool.
I'm just like, and then I got to that zone. And I'm just like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Okay. I already know how this is gonna suck.
Yep.
I haven't even
Wait
been in
to
the
do
dungeon
this.
yet.
Man.
That's gonna be your key killer for sure.
Oh yeah, but also, by the way, one of the zones, Jesse, is basically just new Grizzly Hills.
Okay, awesome. I'm
Right?
looking forward to that. Yeah, that is sick. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's basically new Grizzly. Like when I got that, I was just like, and then you hear the music. It has a very similar style, and you're just like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
you know what you were doing here. So yeah, there's a lot to look forward to.
Iron Rose in
I-
chat says there's a lot of studying needed for MMORPGs, which
Yes, there are. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
if you wanna participate in the meta, there is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if you just want to log in, level the cap, have a good time, World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy, super easy, super like turn off brain, you're good. But like if you want to like get into MMOs and like play them the way kind of quite frankly the community expects of you.
Yeah.
Especially WoW, yeah.
Yeah, like you're kind of fucking have to do homework.
Yeah.
You know, like that. Like Stella this morning, like spent a good chunk of her morning doing homework on Monk because that's what she's playing.
Yep.
God, Monk
and
is so
redo it.
complicated too.
Yeah, that's her
Unless
first
it's
time.
changed recently, like.
Yeah, and she's just like, oh, I'm not very good at this. And I'm like, your class is hard.
Yes.
like that's basically what's going on there. Your class is hard.
You'll figure it out.
I looked at Monk. Like I tried Monk recently, right? Because I was just like, I was, I was like, well, maybe I can help her out. And then like I started like actively playing Monk, and I was like, oh, I'm too dumb for this.
Mm.
I am way too stupid for this.
Same.
The only one that seems more complicated this expansion is Shadow Priest. Shadow
Yeah,
Priest
and
seems,
apparently, like, Shadow Priest isn't fun to play right now, so like I may not go back to Shadow Priest.
I mean, it doesn't help that Shadow Priest also requires a fucking PhD to play it.
Yeah.
So
Ew.
Yeah.
so yeah, but oh, excuse me. Yeah, we're gonna deep dive this more a little bit.
Yep.
But for now, we're gonna get into the news.
We're gonna get into some news. How about that?
'Cause speaking of sweaty tryhard stuff, hey, fighting games.
Man, there's a lot that happened in fighting games this week.
Yeah, there is.
Fucking A, dude.
No kidding.
Not all of it just drama either. I mean, there's a lot of drama, but
As there always will be.
that's right.
Mhm.
Is it the fighting game community if there's not?
No.
Yeah.
Good
No.
point.
All right, first news story.
First news story.
Ed
Boon says that there's not going to be Mortal Kombat or Injustice at the Game Awards. In
Sure,
spite
Boon,
of
sure.
multiple- Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's
In spite
let's go
of
with that.
multiple.
Let's go with that.
Okay, what if I'm gonna run this by you because I really liked this game when it came out.
Okay.
What if it was another DC versus Mortal Kombat?
Whatever, I will take it.
Oh.
I will
Yeah,
take it.
Shut up and take my money right now.
yeah. I am so salty that game didn't take off because it was actually really good. It was actually like super good.
I mean, I haven't heard any of these games being bad for sure. I personally am more interested in Mortal Kombat proper, but that's just me.
Well, yeah, it's it's just like how like I'm not big on Injustice, but I'll take another one if they do it.
Sure.
That's kind of my stance on that.
It's still NetherRealm making a fighting game in that Mortal Kombat style, which will be fun to at least a certain degree.
The thing is like I actually don't enjoy the fighting in those kind of games. Funnily enough,
Sure.
yeah, I don't find it enjoyable, but I love their style and story, so I'll always play through the campaign and fuck around online for like a day, then go like, all right, this isn't for me. All right, cool, gonna send this back to GameFly.
Yep.
Or
Yeah, they do always have good stories, and I enjoyed Mortal Kombat 10 a lot more than 11, but
Sure.
11 was still pretty good.
It wasn't taken well. Yeah, I know, which was dumb. That game played great. That was probably the one I enjoyed playing the most.
And if they do DC versus Mortal Kombat, but with like likenesses of the movie, characters or movie versions.
Get
I
some,
think that would
get
sell
some of that
pretty well.
movie licensing in.
Yeah, get that movie tie-ins. Except then Black Adam would never be able to lose. So
So
Right.
never
sorry, I'm
mind.
still hung up on that. The Rock. So for those of you who don't know, The Rock has in his movie contracts that he can never lose a fight. So
It's fucking okay.
Still bullshit, but it is what it is.
That's bullshit in the
mean,
wrestling world, and I know he knows that.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Anyway, gonna try. I'm holding back all my pro wrestling knowledge right now. Let's keep moving with this story.
let's hear some of it. I want
Oh
I
no,
fucking-
I know. He's got like hardcore knowledge on this, so you might not want to ask.
That's fine. I like The
Anime for
Rock.
rednecks. Let's do it.
I was a big fan of The Rock as a kid, but what do you? Does he think he'll lose money if he starts losing? Like in the
losing
wrestling
fights?
world, you can lose, but then lose in underhanded ways, and that gets people to cheer you on more and makes that final win more satisfying. He knows that. I wonder if he writes that in. I know. I'm just saying, he comes from a business that is all about playing with viewers' expectations and building a larger story. He could, anyway, whatever. He's just making money at this point.
I'm here for
that man is
wrestling rants.
Yeah.
Yeah, that man is all about that paper now. So
I wonder how long the Dwayne Johnson action hero thing can go on. I don't know how old he is.
Probably a pretty fucking long time is my guess.
I would think so. If
but,
Liam Neeson could make action movies up until whenever he stopped doing those
Right.
Taken knockoffs, Keanu Reeves is still going strong for a while here.
Bruce Willis has stopped, right? But he signed over his CGI likeness to some movie company.
That's
so
true.
that
They can just
can
keep
continue
going.
to use his likeness. Yeah, the old age isn't the end of your legacy, I guess.
We're
Yeah,
moving
no.
into that world where we're going to be in a cyberpunk future where all the action heroes we've had are still going and in their
Yeah.
youth, technically.
Yeah, that Disney AI where they can age you up or age you down. And it looks phenomenal. Like,
Did you guys see that Indiana Jones trailer?
Oh.
yeah,
Young Harrison Ford is in full force. He could go on forever.
You want to hear something? I actually get more bummed out by that. Every time
No, I
hear about it.
totally agree.
absolutely. Yeah, you should let new
like-
talent rise up. But
I heard about that. Like Darth Vader agreed to that. Like his
Mhm.
voice being made by an AI. We had talked about it on the podcast a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
And I was just so sad. I was just like, oh god, no.
I understand
please.
why for James Earl Jones's viewpoint, but it's that cyberpunk thing of surface level, oh, that's interesting and kind of cool, and then you actually have to live with it, and you're like,
yeah. Then you think about it for a
no.
little bit, and you're like, oh god.
We are just making it happen. All right.
Interesting point of order. We were talking about Dwayne Johnson's age.
Yes.
He actually just turned the big 5-0 this last May.
Oh, he's got years ahead.
Yeah, he's got some time on him.
He does not look it at fucking.
No, he doesn't look a
all.
day over 35.
Yeah, he Jesse,
what
you and
genetics
I
can
look
do.
older than The Rock.
Right? I am
Working
far
out.
younger than that guy.
Working
Far
out,
younger,
eating
by the
well,
way.
using that
really
lotion.
far.
So
And genetics.
and genetics.
Genetics,
You're right. Yep.
But oh god, I've had the worst egg. I mean, they can see it on my face in the fucking stream, but for the video stream. But I've had the worst fucking eczema breakouts this past 2 weeks. It's
Oh.
finally starting to heal. Shout out to my girlfriend for she's like, well, I used this particular lotion back when I was a lifeguard, and it stopped it from me from burning all the time and healing burns, so this should help.
Jeez.
And it is working, to be fair, but it's still not as fast as I would like,
Of
unfortunately.
course. God damn it.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it is what it is.
lesson learned, kids. Don't let your grandmother pass eczema on to future generations.
Okay.
Yeah, don't procreate in the line.
Don't do that, and make sure when you sign contracts that you never lose, and
That's
you'll
right.
be fine.
There you go. There we go. We figured it out.
Yep. gonna write that into my next job I apply for. I'm gonna write that in.
You just
Can't lose in a fight. Hopefully we don't have
to.
to use this.
Oh fuck.
I hope it never comes to this, but just in case.
This is non-negotiable. And the manager's like, sure.
Like, okay, whatever. You do you. You do you.
Fuck.
Ed Boon, who has never lost a fight, as far as I know.
I hear he's great to work for, and I hear he's the nicest goddamn guy.
Yeah.
Ed Boon.
Yes.
A few times I've seen him, he seems very nice.
Like,
He's super nice on Twitter.
Yeah.
I never got to meet him. I got to meet Lauren Lanning. He's all right.
The sterling endorsement.
He
he's
was
okay.
not- he's okay. Like that's basically like
All right.
he seemed nice enough.
He's a person.
I asked
Poor
him.
dude.
I asked him when are we getting another Stranger's Wrath, and he's like, he was just like, I love doing Stranger. I don't know if we'll ever get another one, and I'm just like, damn it.
Yep.
Well, shit.
I'm like, you mean the most interesting thing to ever come out of Oddworld? We're never getting another one. Bummer.
I mean, does he own the rights to it?
I think he does, because he keeps making those fucking Oddworld games, unless EA specifically took the rights to Stranger's Wrath.
Hmm.
That was fuck.
And just make a similar game and rename it.
Yep.
Oddworld something.
Ranger's Strath. There you go. Done. Do it.
Oddworld Outlaw, because it was about a cowboy. There you go. Boom. Done.
Yep.
Just make it play like fucking God damn it.
Okay, so we're not
You
getting
need to know how to. If you need to know how to avoid copyright lawsuits, just listen to this podcast. And we'll
Yeah, no, don't worry
We'll
about it.
help you out.
Well, yeah.
Literally, a name means nothing. You know, they made that. The Castlevania people made Bloodstained, and it's just like,
right.
And yeah, it's just Castlevania.
just do that. You're fine.
Yeah,
You'll be
no,
just fine. Just
definitely.
advertise that you are making the spiritual successor,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're good.
That's what happened with the Eden Chronicle. It's what's happening with Blood. Well, it happened with Bloodstain, I guess, and there's a few others.
Quite a number of games. I just
It should have
Yeah.
happened. It should have happened with the Mighty Number 9, but it was bad.
it was bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens.
But yeah. So it's one of those things where.
Or you make a ukulele. It's like, I want a Banjo Kazooie, but that's never happening. So we're gonna.
Yeah, Microsoft hates money for whatever reason.
Yeah, you know.
I understand why they're not doing a Viva Pinata. It's sold like shit because y'all are assholes and didn't buy it.
But it's so good.
It is good. The game's
It's such a
fucking
good game.
amazing. I'm
The
actually
copy's right over there.
I'm actually trying to get that.
I'm just saying, like there is so much money in the Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley thing. Like if you do something like that with Viva Pinata, Xbox has got something.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Like they fucking and they could totally do something like that
Mhm.
easily. But nah, that's not what they're gonna do.
Y'all crashed Everwild or whatever the name of that game they were working on outside of Sea of Thieves was, and just decided to reboot it. Should have just gone to Viva Pinata
Yes.
or Banjo or whatever. Banjo got into Smash. Like, come on, there's renewed interest.
Banjo is in fucking Smash Bros.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's big enough to where you can justify another one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fucking
Especially for a new generation. Like, come on, guys.
That's a good. Yeah. Whatever. Ugh.
It's interesting that we talk about like a cyberpunk world where actors never get to die, but
Mhm.
we're totally okay with these old video games coming back.
Well,
because these are it's like old cartoons coming back. Like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a renewed
Especially
interest
'cause,
for
like-
a younger generation.
And especially because Banjo Kazooie didn't have voice acting either. It was like,
It was just all noises and all that.
Here's your cyberpunk
Exactly.
future. It all video games are now just remasters of old ones, but they're constantly putting in new ways to siphon money from you.
God, it's Final Fantasy VII Reborn all over again.
Yeah.
Always and forever.
Always and forever.
Materia system is now microtransactions, but they got updated graphics. Hey. Yeah.
We heard you like the draw system, so we put it in every Final Fantasy.
Fucking, oh man, do you want me to never play a Final Fantasy game ever again?
Put that in there.
Good way to do it. Man, do you just want to knife Final Fantasy in the heart for me? Even like it's already on life support. Like Final Fantasy for me is a franchise that it's on its deathbed. It has the ventilator in. It's fucking like clinging to dear life. And now you're just like, let's just stick the knife in its heart. Just stick it in. All the
we're
way.
waiting. We have to wait till 16.
Yes.
I hope it's good.
Yeah,
man,
let's wait till 16.
Not,
if they fail with Final Fantasy 16, I don't know what you do with it.
Right.
Other than hand it to a smaller studio to make like retro 2D Final Fantasy experience with a smaller budget and just
so Octopath Traveler.
Basically,
Yeah.
just do that.
Yeah.
You know, if your AAA pushes are not working, then just don't do it. Just put all those efforts into your MMO that's doing well.
One with
I mean,
like,
kind of. Oh, sorry.
Final Fantasy in particular. I don't know. I think Square is on this trajectory where they like reimagine the series with every new iteration, which sucks because you go in wanting something specific from like the last iteration or previous iteration, right?
Yeah.
But like, when was the last time a Final Fantasy game, a mainline Final Fantasy game, was like a Final Fantasy game, right? Does that question make sense? Because there's 7 which revolutionized the JRPG industry. There's 8 which departed from 7 with like the draw system and a bunch of angsty teenagers. There's 9 which went back to like the classic formula. There's 10 which has the sphere grid and blitzball, and like so on and so forth. They all like are this brand new like genre almost, or this new subgenre of JRPGs, and I don't know that I agree with that. I don't know that I like it.
I mean, fair.
So what you're telling me is you want Final Fantasy to take the Pokemon approach.
Okay.
You know,
Hey,
these are fun.
Here's the Pokemon experience, and then we're introducing the open world, and then we have a food system, and you know.
No.
Okay,
Aaron,
look, man.
no.
There's a way to hit a middle ground here.
Okay, but what's that middle
I'm
ground?
with Aaron.
I don't fucking know. Like, what's a series that's lasted a while that's still like Zelda? There you go.
There you go, Zelda.
Like Mario, Street Fighter. Yeah, there you go.
To be fair, a lot of games that have come out recently that are revitalizing themselves and doing new things, quote unquote, are all pulling from Breath of the Wild. So they clearly got something right there.
It's true.
Anyway, just to let you know how interesting this news story is, we have diverted twice.
But going on with what we were saying about how Ed Boon was saying that we're not going to see Tekken, or not Tekken. We're going to talk about that next. Injustice or Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I will believe that shit when I see the Game Awards.
Yep.
For sure.
If there is no indication of Mortal Kombat or Injustice, fine. Ed Boon was right.
Mm-hmm.
But if I do, he took the Marvel route and didn't say shit until the day of Game Awards.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
I just want to talk. About it.
Just talk about it.
Is that too much to ask? I just want to talk.
And to be fair, Mortal Kombat 11 was the completion of a trilogy. So if you wanted to do Mortal Kombat, like, there's a question about how you move forward.
Yeah.
So I wonder, DC's trying to revitalize itself right now. So now would be a decent time to start working on something
revitalization. Yeah.
So, but they've been working on this game, I imagine, for a little while now. So there you go, Iron Rose. Let the Final Fantasy 16 character into Fortnite. There you go.
I mean,
get some advertising.
They got Mr. Beast and Geralt from Witcher and that shit. Why not get someone from Final Fantasy 16?
Just have a whole Final Fantasy, like, you want to advertise a series. Just get a bunch.
Yeah. You just take all the Dissidia characters and put them in Fortnite.
Oh, yeah.
Let me play as PS1 Cloud.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the winner.
Those blocky
That-
arms with little like
Yeah.
sticks for the forearm.
And then
yes.
with an AK, you know?
Jesus fuck.
That's
as I'm getting shot by a Kamehameha from Goku.
Yeah.
God
Fucking
damn it.
truly, Fortnite is a nightmare.
It's a fever dream.
It's what I always
Yes.
wanted as a child, but now as an adult, I no.
You're like, no, I don't want this. Get this out of here. Throw it into the sun and watch it burn.
Maybe not in the Fortnite way. I don't know. There are other ways of going about it. If Smash
Yes.
Bros went further in that direction, I'd be down.
Yeah.
But, Anyway, we'll wait to see what's going on with Mortal Kombat or DC or whatever. Ed Boon saying it's not going to happen is not a guarantee.
Yeah, yes.
Look, it's not illegal to lie on Twitter. Not yet. Let's.
Yeah,
Anything,
being the
it's getting
operative
more
word. Do
legal to
not
lie
give
on
him
Twitter.
any ideas.
You're right. If anything, right now it's more legal to lie on Twitter. So yeah, we'll see. Game Awards is this Thursday.
4 days
Yep.
as of this recording.
All right.
4 days.
And I'm gonna try just announcing this now. I'm gonna try and get home early. But if we wanted to do we were talking about doing a later stream, like just waiting and then trying to pull up the later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I won't be home until at least 6:30.
Okay.
Yeah,
on
I
Thursday.
won't be home until 6, so which
Okay.
means stream would probably be also 6:30.
I wonder if I can pull up the live stream and then just start at the beginning while
Oh,
it's
totally.
going on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can do that on YouTube for sure.
I just I don't
Yeah.
trust them. I don't know. Technology is finicky.
That is true.
You're not wrong.
Sometimes people will live stream and then the live stream ends and the thing breaks and it's like, all right, we gotta re-upload it or who knows. So
Fuck.
anyway, we'll see about that. However, we have more promising news from another fighting franchise.
Tekken.
Tekken.
Yeah, so Tekken 8 will in fact be at the Game Awards.
just
Confirmed.
I do
reestablish.
like the hashtag though.
What's the hashtag?
Hashtag save the date, but it's not the actual word
Oh,
date.
it's
It's
pretty good,
D
yeah.
and the number 8. So
Oh,
those guys
good.
at Tekken.
Yep.
Sorry, continue.
Tekken has always been a franchise that I like from afar.
It looks good.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it always visually looks amazing. It's always one of the best looking fighting games.
Oh yeah.
But every time I play Tekken, I was like, why is this so sluggish? Why
Yeah.
does this just feel like I'm playing a fighting game in maple syrup?
That's what they like, right?
Well, yeah, they're trying to make it be closer to real martial arts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, fuck that. I want Dragon Ball Fighters and Marvel vs. Capcom.
Right, which, nope.
You give me my super floaty fucking hit a dude once and he's dead.
Yep.
Oh.
You play fighters.
You wanted to play a 2-player game wrong. This is a single-player
Yeah,
game now.
no. This is how you do this shit. Come on.
That might be the best description I've ever heard of playing Marvel vs. Capcom or Dragon Ball Fighters. This is a single player game now.
Yep.
Uh,
But Tekken is probably Tekken or Street Fighter. Those are kind of the two.
Those are definitely the two biggest fighting games. Period.
Yep.
The
Yep.
juggernauts.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah,
this is a
and
big deal.
Yeah, it's a very big deal. I'll probably end up doing what I always do with Tekken, and I'll play it, I'll buy it, and then realize, all right, I don't like Tekken,
Right.
and then
And then not touch it ever again.
and then be like, oh, this looks really good, visually, this looks awesome.
Can't wait to watch people play it at Evo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't wait to do that. Can't wait to see how it looks on my computer. It's awesome.
Do they have a release window yet?
Next year, I think.
Okay.
Wait,
Maybe
what?
that's
Also-
what they're announcing at Game Awards is Tekken
Is a
8's
date or a window?
official.
I don't even know what the fuck you do with a new Tekken. I don't know jack shit about what makes Tekken I know that
Make it
they have
prettier.
had you make it
Graphics,
prettier.
maps. do
like,
some sort of thing like Mortal Kombat did with
I don't know, like
story ladder.
My 3D fighter of choice, and it literally was for the gameplay, was Dead or Alive. Like I was always a big Dead or Alive guy, and then they were just like, "Lol, fucking, let's just ruin this franchise forever."
Bastards.
In Tekken 8, we have 8 different volcano maps.
That's what the people want.
We kicked small children off of helicopters in the story multiple times.
Oh yeah.
Not one, not two, not three, but 8 children.
At the same time.
Oh Jesus.
I mean, yeah, that's what I expect. So, all right.
Yeah.
Look forward to Tekken 8. Maybe Tekken 8 information.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be my assumption as to why there's a appearance by Tekken.
Right.
So
yeah.
If you're just gonna show like, hey, it's another teaser of Tekken after they like
Kazuya and Tekken and shit like that, it's just
yeah, like that's next gen only, right?
I want to say it is.
God, you would hope.
You would hope.
If you're going to
Next
push
year.
Tekken.
Tekken always has been a technical showcase. Like
Right.
it was like that was the game on the PS1 in a lot of ways. I was fucking look at this shit, 3D, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yep.
it looks better than Virtua Fighter does on the Saturn.
Hey.
You know, like like that's, you know, and it also plays better than Virtua Fighter does because that shit is even more sluggish and annoying.
And complicated.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
All right.
Unfortunately.
We'll look forward to that.
Uh,
Tekken 8.
Did anyone here gonna play that besides me and Jesse?
Nope.
Hell no.
Okay.
Nope.
Cool. Jesse, you excited to play like a week's worth of Tekken and realize, oh, I hate this?
Yep, because that's what happens every time I install it. I'm like, maybe I'll give Tekken another shot, and it's not.
Play 20 minutes. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I
Cool.
remembered why I quit playing this. Yep, that's right.
Yep. Gonna go back to playing Marvel 2. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
All right.
Next story.
Next fucking fighting game news story, and man, if you want to be bummed out,
Here's a doozy for you.
Nintendo being Nintendo, they shut down the Smash Bros. World Tour.
Yeah.
Jesse, did they give a reason why on this?
They said it was because there weren't enough like COVID-related protections in place. That was their official stance, which makes a lot of sense.
What?
That doesn't sound true.
Especially in a world where more and more places are getting rid of COVID protections. Like my work, starting January 1st, you don't need to be vaccinated to work here.
Right.
Yeah, we
So
no
what?
longer need to be
they're
vaccinated at
taking that
our
out,
workplace
too.
either.
Yep.
Yep.
Anything
to get the peasants back to work.
Yes.
Well, fuck.
Jesse, does it have anything to do with the Panda Gaming nonsense you linked?
Yeah, so it's all related, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
Panda Gaming is the only like agency, I guess, or organization that has Nintendo's blessing to stream, or Nintendo's partnership to stream Smash Brothers games.
Mm-hmm.
So Panda was going around to these other like more grassroots tournament organizers and being like, hey, if you don't join the Panda World Cup, I'm gonna have Nintendo shut your tournament down.
Sure, that went over well.
Oh, it went over great.
Yeah,
Nothing happened at all.
It went over so well that 80% of Panda's fighting game players have left the agency.
Yep.
Including people like. Go ahead, Emily.
Oh no, I was gonna say, as a good old fashioned fuck you
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
to Panda. Keep
So
going.
this includes people like Punk has left, Justin Wong has left, IDBW is this big Smash Brothers player has left. Hungrybox says that he's no longer attending any Panda tournaments. But so this the CEO of
Hungrybox for
Gaming-
Smash that's a fucking big deal. That's a big
it is,
one.
right? And so
Justin
like
Wong, that's that. I just associate that dude with Street Fighter and Marvel. Like
Yeah.
that's whatever.
Right,
But like,
right.
fucking like Hungry Box. That's a fucking big.
That's a
That's
big Smash deal.
huge.
Yeah. So the CEO for Panda Gaming was going around to these other tournament organizers, right, and being like, if you don't join me in my like World Cup or World Cup or tour, I'm gonna have Nintendo shut you down. And people, of course, were like, nah. So the general theory is that he reached out to Nintendo to have them shut down the Smash World Tour the video game boot camp was running. So that got shut down. They were notified 2 weeks before the tournament was supposed to take place, and the day before Thanksgiving at like 2:30 in the morning.
Wow.
So, of course, everybody's like, Panda, what the fuck? Everybody is like now leaving. Panda and Ludwig yesterday made an announcement that he's going to be holding a Smash tournament and inviting all the top players that were supposed to go to the Smash World Tour for his own Smash tournament with a huge prize payout.
Wow.
Really?
So there's like two main actors in this, and it's not just Nintendo. Nintendo's still being pretty shitty, but it's not just Nintendo. It's also the CEO of Panda Gaming.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Okay, well, it is a shame that Sony did not want Smash at EVO. And I get why. I understand why, but it's just like, man, if Sony and Nintendo could work together to get a decent Smash tournament off the fucking ground, you know, or like, you know what, like Nintendo, you've partnered with Capcom before, just be like, hey, can we just make this part of the Capcom Cup? You know,
Right.
like any, you know, something like that. That way, Nintendo, you don't have to put up with the logistics of doing this esports bullshit you don't care about, and then dickheads like this don't have to worry about this. So, like, yeah, it's shitty all around.
Yep.
That's, my God.
The whole thing is super shitty.
Money out here ruining good things.
Right.
America. There you go.
God damn it. So, yeah, and if you've been around this show for a while, like, the Smash community is not viewed entirely highly.
Right, yeah.
On this show, and it's not like it's not deserved, but this is fucked up. Come on, people want to play Smash. It's a good game. What are we
Just
doing?
ran a
play your
Smash
fucking
tournament
20-year-old
earlier this year.
game. I don't like.
We did run a Smash tournament earlier this year. What?
And it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
This got updated by crazy. This was like people sending statements out to each other in public.
Yeah, receipts. Like people have receipts, so they've got like DMs and they've got like the Twitter messages and all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, this is what we were saying, like, what was it, a couple weeks ago with keeping receipts and all that? This is why you fucking do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay? This is why. So you can send them to their graves and burn them alive.
That's right.
Shit.
So we'll see what happens with Panda Gaming and what happens with the Smash tournament scene, because
right?
this has kind of been upended.
Not great.
Yeah. Nope. So we'll keep an eye on that. Jesus Christ. Good luck to the Smash people.
For sure.
All right. Next news story.
So, hey, this doesn't surprise me at all when I read this, but I thought it was an interesting thing that we could discuss, is the U.S. Army apparently had a shit ton of money earmarked targeting like gamers and esports and online young men communities to recruit. They have an esports team currently, and I thought it was interesting.
This podcast has been running long enough that we know this from them starting their Twitch stream and their esports team, and their chat got flooded.
Oh, yeah.
With people calling out the Army for their shit. Yep.
I forgot about that.
I almost forgot that shit.
This has been going for a while.
Well, then they developed that game, right? Is that what you were going to say, Bronson?
Yeah, I was gonna say that they made America's Army in like 2002.
Army. I played that game.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wasn't terrible. Wasn't it terrible?
It was pretty good actually. Like that's the funny thing is like Like if you wanted like a good mill sim for your PC, it was free.
Yeah.
It was not bad. Like at least the first one. That's the only one I played. But yeah, like, and the thing is this shit does work.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
like from experience, because like we
know someone personally.
Yeah, we know someone personally who was really into COD and ended up joining. I want to say it was the Marines.
I thought he was Army.
But yeah, it was Marines or Army, and like yeah, like it was. You know, they were just they were super into it. They still are into it. Like they still play those games. They aren't in the military anymore, but they don't. Military doesn't care now. They got them.
Are you still Are you still friends with him on stuff?
Yeah.
I need to reconnect with that dude. It's been a while.
I haven't talked to him.
I know experience because of my brother.
Oh, really?
My brother is currently with the National Guard down in Sacramento, but he did.
But was he like a big COD Medal of Honor guy?
He was playing video games while he was deployed overseas in Afghanistan on one of his 2 tours with the U.S. Army.
But what we're saying is was he like playing Call of Duty or a military game and then went into?
I'm pretty sure he was playing like COD or Modern Warfare or whatever the fuck. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It was also like 10-15 years ago when he was deployed over there, but
yeah.
I mean, fair, but yeah, like it's fucking A, dude. You know,
Iron Rose says the Army wants gamers for Modern Warfare ... tournaments. That'd be funny if it was like esports. If you got a real good esports team, they win these COD tournaments and make some money. Finally, you put a dent in that deficit. Yeah. How much did they put away for this?
It says on the article.
I said
just
millions.
It's like a 7-digit figure.
Pretty good.
Which is pretty good. Not a whole lot for the Army's budget. Here we go.
When your budget is.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, 6.9 million was the budget.
Yeah, when your budget is billions, it's like it's less than 1%.
It's So they're advertising through Call of Duty, which Call of Duty is like straight up. Like if you open up that Modern Warfare menu and look at like their in-game store, they are just, hey man, support the Army, goddammit.
Yet they didn't want to pay for the licenses for real guns. Like real gun brands.
That's some bullshit. I'm sorry, but that's some bullshit.
That's funny. I think that's hilarious. Ridiculous. So this is going on. It's good, if you haven't been following us for a while or you haven't been up to date on what's going on here, just be aware out there. The Army's looking for any way to recruit, and this is a good one. Call of Duty.
I mean, yeah. Call of Duty, they actually discontinued their video game this year. Like that series kept going until this year.
Oh wow!
Really? Wow.
They had 3 of them. The last one came out in 2013, and it ran until this year.
Wow. All right.
Damn.
I was curious after this story came out. Yeah, man. I don't. This feels gross because it is basically targeting kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
And that's a real bummer. And like, I'm very thankful to my father for having a strong dislike of like the military and authority.
Mm-hmm.
Because I totally could have seen me being one of these people. Like totally could have seen.
I mean, sure, any of us, if we're like, there are a number of places in this country where have we been born and raised there, like we wouldn't have had any reason to not.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. And so we were lucky in that sense. And it's like,
sure.
So yeah, be aware out there. There's nothing.
I don't know if anyone who listens to this is a parent, but yeah, like, if your kid is into like COD, just be like, this is not what. It's not like this. I assure you.
I assure you, none of the people you're going to run into is going to be Price or Soap. Or
You're not going to respawn when you get shot.
Yeah, no.
You're not going to feel exactly the same as you fire rockets at people on a hill in the middle of the night.
Right.
It's not the same thing.
It's funny. I have a bunch of friends who went into the military, all for different reasons. Only one for this reason, and literally all of them except one were like, "Fuck that, never again."
Wow.
Like literally all of the like they're thankful for the skills, and they're
Yes.
thankful for like the benefits, but the actual job and being in the military, outside of one of them who's in the Navy and worked on nuclear subs, was just like, fuck this is
Yeah.
horrible,
Yeah. Yep.
I hate this.
So
So yeah, like that's that's something to consider, I guess.
and that's not to say that
But-
Call of Duty's bad. Call of Duty's great.
No, Call of Duty's dope.
Yep.
I love COD, but like business gonna business, and this is just free money for Activision.
Right. Yeah.
So why wouldn't they? And then as for like the army, they recruitment levels are at an all-time low.
Yeah.
So people don't want to do that shit. They don't find it to be worth it, and they also understand the drawbacks better than ever. So yeah, like. And then also the fact that the whole paying for college thing isn't really that great of a selling point nowadays when, people have bachelor's degrees and are still making what I make.
Right.
Yep.
The track record for taking care of veterans.
Not great.
Not quite
Bad,
that
really
great.
bad.
The way our country's leadership uses our military. Just, this is.
Yeah, this is. And I want to make it very clear, like, we obviously support all veterans here. We have friends who are vets, like they're
family.
They're good. Yeah, like they're family, like my uncle and grandfather. But like we all pretty much all of them even said, "Oh, I wouldn't do that shit again."
Right.
And they all like realize and hey man, if you want to go be a soldier because you're a fucking patriot and you really believe in America, like God fucking speed, dude, you do you. Very proud of you. That's awesome. But like otherwise, doing it because you really like COD and think it'll be like COD, probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. Just do your research, what you want to do, all that fun stuff, and just be aware that they're trying to get their name out there in any way they can, and including video games. So
you want to hear something really like we have one friend who like we told them not to re-enlist and he did.
Oh.
And fucking like because he was stationed up in Alaska, and we told him, don't do it, dude. This is a trap. They're just saying they're gonna put they're like, I'm telling you, it's going to be better in Texas, but still gonna suck.
Yep.
And we were totally right. It's just, he's just
okay.
like, yeah. He was just like, it was better. Like Texas was significantly better than Alaska, but it was still absolutely fucking miserable.
Yep.
is what he said. Being in the military. So I mean, yeah, because like you're essentially assigning your fucking everything away for 4 years, and like everyone, 4 years is a long fucking time.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it, God knows, but like it fucking is. Like, a lot, like think about like where you were 4 years ago, right?
Right.
Like that's all you ever have to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's easiest to make that decision though when you're young and you don't have necessarily anything.
Well,
that's when they get you.
You're young. You don't have money. They'll pay for fucking college. They'll pay for.
Yep.
And to be fair, when you are, you're trying to get skills or education, you can't. And in our generation specifically, when we graduated high school, the job market wasn't exactly great. It was not easy to find a job in any way, shape, or form.
Yep.
And like I knew some people who just did it because they're like, well, fuck, dude, I need work. I need money. I need to live.
Yep. So,
So that's kind of what ended up happening for those folk anyway.
Yeah. It's a complex issue. It's not necessarily all that simple, and so as you can see, we've been talking about this for a while now. It's just be informed that that's what's going on, and then go from there. Would it be all right if we called for just a quick bathroom break?
Yes, that'd be fun.
Okay. We're going to break for a minute, and then we're going to talk about some Pokemon Scarlet Violet, some From Software. We're going to talk about the Mario movie trailer, and some more World of Warcraft. So
World of Warcraft that you know.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Bye.
No, not bye. Be right back.
Be right back.
And we're back.
We're back.
We are back. Yeah, I had to. I usually I would try to just like run on my own, but I saw the next 2 news stories. Like, I can't leave for this. I can't leave. We got to talk about this.
It's too good.
So here we are. Hey, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet 1.1 now available.
All good.
And hey, we take the feedback from players seriously.
Do you?
Oh man, I've heard that before.
Do you, Nintendo?
Let's see.
Really?
Nintendo's announced a new patch for Scarlet and Violet released 1st of December. In addition to full patch notes via the official support page, it also apologized for the game's issues and mentioned how it's taking player feedback on board and aims to provide trainers around the globe with a positive experience.
The positive experience is you can get a lot of the experience out of this by just playing Persona, and it's actually a good video game.
Yeah, but there's no Pokemon in that.
Yeah, there's Personas, which are better.
No,
true. There's
wrong.
There's dick demons.
Yeah, there's a fucking monster shaped like a dick, Aaron.
That's pretty good.
But Pokemon.
Ditto could shape themselves like a dick if they really wanted to.
But okay.
Yeah, I've seen comics that show that. Yeah.
You can summon Satan, the rebel lord of hell in Persona.
Yeah, they have that. It's Miltank.
Don't you want to summon Satan?
Wait, what was that, Aaron?
Yeah, they have Satan. It's Miltank.
You know what's funny? I actually didn't have much problem with Whitney's Miltank back in the day.
I don't even recall. Like, was that a late game?
No, that's like the first or second fucking not dungeon. Fucking
First or second gym.
Which generation was that?
I was
That was 2. I didn't have a problem with it.
It's because of rollout.
It's rollout, yeah.
It uses rollout, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's all it is.
My bigger problem was Sudowoodo, running into Sudowoodo in a specific forest. That was all that there was, and I got pissed.
Shit.
Fucking Sudowoodo. So, okay, the version 1.1, here's what they did. Season 1 of Ranked Battles will kick off, allowing you to enjoy ranked battles through the Battle Stadium. Check the in-game notice for more details. An issue has been fixed that caused the music to not play correctly during the battles with the Elite Four and the top champion in the Victory Road path, and other select bug fixes have been made, so really not a whole lot of specifics. I assume they're going after the biggest ones that happened.
All the glitches, all the game-breaking glitches?
Well, certainly the game-breaking glitches, but also, like, the stuff where the models would freak out. The game's technically, you can play, but they're doing weird shit. I will say we did a Scarlet stream earlier a few days ago, and it ran better. It ran the way it should.
That's good.
Well, I was actually going to ask about that because I caught a bit of the stream Friday night. So.
Yeah, it was running just fine. It was something that was really funny was that, like, before this patch happened, it was actually running fine when it was in portable mode. It was when I would plug it in to the console to play normally that it would slow down.
Because it's running at a higher res. It probably downsamples for the portable mode.
Okay.
Yeah, Bayonetta 3 had the same thing.
Yep.
It ran better in portable mode, but it was a 480p, so it would look like shit.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they've introduced those fixes. We'll see. I haven't seen a whole lot of talk about, that's been the thing for me. Like, Bronson, I know you have some things to say. But all I can tell you is that, we'll get into it later in how we've been playing, but my experience has been fine. I have not run into any of these issues other than that one thing where put the float on the bridge over water. And then I did have one crash, but it sent me right back to where I was before, right before it happened. So,
I mean,
and the game's selling.
I mean that's always subjective because like
It is, yes.
I know people like who with the Dragonflight launch, for example, are just like, fuck, I'm disconnecting all the fucking time and have constant like server errors, and I'm like, I've had like 2.
Yeah. No, it's very subjective. It's all about your personal experience.
Just like there are people who played Skyrim on the PS3 and had no issues.
That's amazing.
I had played Skyrim on the PS3 and had plenty of issues.
Ugh. So, yeah, they've acknowledged it. They've acknowledged that there are issues. But how that will translate long term, who knows?
We'll see.
They could have just put out this update and then said, "Good, all right,
work here is done. Let's work on the next game."
Back to our stuff. Back to working on our new pocket card jockey. Hell yeah. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep up to date. I've not seen a whole lot of glitch videos, but then again, who knows what the Twitter algorithm has set me to.
Yeah, like I keep seeing them all over the Reddit and all over fucking Twitter. So, I think that using Twitter is mighty subjective.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well,
Reddit is better for that stuff. It's not an algorithmic thing. It's algorithmic if you go to like r/all or something, but if you just go to that, the subreddit, look for the most upvoted, there are definitely still people who are not happy about the way this is, and they should be unhappy. It's entirely justified.
And
Absolutely.
yes, this is fucking horribly unacceptable in every way, shape, or form.
Especially for Pokemon.
Well, yeah, like we talked about this. This is literally the most profitable media franchise ever, and like, nah, bro.
Yep.
Just no.
Exactly.
It's absolutely not okay.
So we'll keep. Trust me, for this channel, you'll hear us updating the Pokemon situation. Believe you me.
I'm sure we will have plenty of things to continue to bitch about when it comes to Pokemon.
Or love.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we will.
Both. The highs and lows.
I don't think you're gonna have me love Pokemon much.
Okay, but we are an ensemble show.
This is true. I'm saying for me personally.
Yes, for you. Yes, you're bringing the downer vibes, and it's deserved. For sure.
I remember when I liked Pokemon.
I know.
Pokemon's just the gateway drug into Persona. It's fine.
Yeah, there you go.
I just don't see
You're not
that.
wrong.
Dude, once again, like Persona 5, 100% see it. 100% see that shit. Like, to fucking, like, literally, like...
From a gameplay perspective, sure.
You literally capture the monsters in that one.
Yeah, but it's not Pokemon.
How? Explain to me.
Do you get badges?
No.
Do you have the character design that Pokemon has?
You have better character design. Significantly better.
Type advantages. Well, I guess in Persona you have the press turn
system. Yeah,
so
there's type advantages, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
They got those. I don't know. I still don't want to get into Persona 5. It's just so much time. I like.
You had 120 hours to kill Aaron.
I have less than 2, essentially. Man, I have a subscription to Final Fantasy 14, and I've dove in like once or twice this month. Like,
I finally canceled that. That's done. I'm done.
I do not have time. Let me tell you. So.
Oh yeah, playing an MMO automatically consumes half of your game time in one shot.
Right.
Like, no joke.
Yeah.
And and my one MMO, I don't have enough time for, like, it's so.
No, I feel you. Like, I definitely feel you because like, just I like looked at my schedule and, like, realistically, unless I make the time for it, I have time to play video games on like Saturday late evening when I get back from my girlfriend's place,
Mm-hmm.
and then like if I don't go to see family after the podcast, and then that's about it. And then on stream on Monday.
Adult life.
So
things you got to do.
yeah, dude. And then also there's the fact that just more often than not, I'm fucking just tired because, like, fucking, let me tell you, you know, and I've talked about this on the podcast before, but when you are working and schooling
Yep.
at the same time during the same time period,
yep.
That's how you feel at the end of it all. It's just
it is. You do not like. I came home. I come home more often than not. I'm just like, I want to go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's how I've been feeling when I come home from work. I'm just like, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, like adult gamer life is hard.
It is
Very.
Like adult gamer life is no fucking joke.
I envy those people who just find one game, and that's it.
Right.
And they have that time, and they don't have to worry about a whole lot of other things coming in and wanting to check out, and, you know. Anyway. Oh God. Next news story. You want to just we'll just go through this.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Hey, the question Game Industry Biz proposes: how much does From Software crunch? Current and former staff at the Elden Ring developer responds to claims of excessive overtime and low pay. So, as you might have expected, From Software, creators of the Souls games, dabble in some crunching, as you know, game developers in general are wont to do, which is not good, but is unfortunately the standard as of this moment. However, you get into this article, they get into some anonymous reports because From Software does not allow its employees to give interviews. So all of this is anonymous. One source was quick to refute the stereotypes of Japanese companies overworking their staff. Interestingly, the general industry in Japan is not that crazy compared to my experience in other fields. Japan has a lot of holidays, and there is a rule from Software: staff shouldn't stay later than 10 p.m. And 90% of the time, staff won't stay later than 9 p.m. Oh, good.
Oh, well.
What?
Fantastic.
The fuck?
This may not resemble.
And people wonder why people in Japan are not having kids or doing anything besides working and then dying.
Watching anime where I can live vicariously through people who are actually living their lives in drawn worlds.
Yeah.
This may not resemble the nine. Yeah.
Every day I like envy my fucking grandparents, especially my grandmother, who got a job at a bank when she was 14. 3 years later, that bank got bought by Wells Fargo, and then she just moved up and worked in Wells Fargo and retired early with a pension and everything, at age 58.
Yeah. Man. That's amazing.
I would love to be able to say I'm gonna fucking do that at Microsoft.
Right.
But I already know it ain't gonna happen. Same thing with because let's put it this way. My boss's boss, the head of the project fucking manager, is making in the 50K area.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
Wow. Damn.
Yep. So yeah. My boss makes fucking 43K as a team lead on a project for Microsoft.
Yeah, that's
the most valuable company in the world that had a $110 billion of profit last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So Here, I just want to read a few different quotes from this article. This may not resemble the 9 to 5 most companies use as a baseline, but From Software, in line with reforms to Japan's Labor Act, advertises its workday as lasting 8 hours, citing, quote, flexible work hours with core time between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. However, multiple sources concede there is some level of crunching, which from those last couple quotes, yeah. It appears to be variable by department. Which, yeah. With one source telling us there hasn't been much overtime work for me, another from a separate department said, during critical periods, I often had to work early mornings and overtime for 2 to 3 months. It's not as if crunch happens on a daily basis. It's more common during the ROM check for the publisher or 2 to 3 months before release, which, yeah. How is this overtime compensated? According to one source, overtime is, quote, generally included in the salary. After midnight, however, we were paid late night overtime, but that was half of our usual hourly rate.
Half? That's fucking sad.
Yeah.
For us, it's time and a half, and if it's during a holiday, it's like
Double.
2.5. That's so sad.
When they say paid late night overtime, but half of our usual hour, is that added on to their usual? No, it's they're salaried. Oh man. Okay. This is unusual in Japanese companies where hourly wages are often increased. So this is not good for Japan standards.
That's really bad. That's really, really bad.
Yeah. So here they have 349 employees, which for a AAA billing is, I believe, quite few. I don't know. The way that they wrote that.
Sounds about right.
That sounds right.
That's...
Those employees can expect, according to data on Career Connection, an average yearly salary of 3.41 million yen, which is equivalent to just shy of $25,000 a year.
Imagine living on that. Could you imagine?
It significantly less than the, again, adjusted to US dollars, $38,000 a year people at Atlas take home.
That's literally a hair more than what I make.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What the?
It's worth noting that conversions throughout this article have been made using current exchange rates, although the Japanese yen has fallen significantly against the dollar in the past 2 years. So,
Fair.
So, Salary Explorer reports the monthly average salary in Japanese game development ranges from, again, we're converting, $1,675 a month to $5,328 a month, which is a lot better. By comparison, recent roles advertised from Software all start from $1,595 per month. It's worth taking into context that monthly rent in Tokyo averages around $1,477 a month for a single bed apartment, while the cost of living hovers around $1,008. It's not good.
That's fuck.
What's that thing that Parker says? Wage slaves on a taxation plantation?
Something along those lines, yeah.
Is that what Parker always says?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's worth noting, with the immediate success of Elden Ring, the publisher Bandai Namco announced in February that it would be raising salaries by an average of $362 per month for all employees. Moreover, base monthly salaries would increase from $1,681 to $2,101, which is livable. But again, it's like that's like rent in Tokyo is average rent is like half of that.
Yeah, like I watched that show Tokyo Vice, and they were talking about like rent in Tokyo, which would be like absurd. Like, and this show is set in like the year 2000, and even if you told me that was like the rent here today, I would still be appalled. I forget what they said it was, but they like burned through like some absurd amount in a short amount of time.
Yeah,
and I was like,
bet.
oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
I think Tokyo actually might be the most expensive city on the planet.
Ooh.
I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what they've said.
The final note here, and it is worth noting, is that the developers, despite reporting crunch, not getting paid well, and the struggles that come with that. They get to work on Dark Souls games, and guess what? They really enjoy that.
You have to,
I mean,
right? Like,
Yeah,
yeah, and like that's the same thing with like my current job is like, if it weren't for the exceptionally good treatment outside of pay and the fucking free education, I'd be like, yeah, fuck this place.
right.
So like, I get it. I totally get their mindset.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know?
It's just amazing that I, as a janitor, probably get paid more than a good chunk of From Software employees. That's kind of nuts.
Yeah, 100%. That's fucking crazy. When you sit and think about that, that should not be the case.
Mm-hmm.
Just like there is a McDonald's. There is a McDonald's in town that is right now paying $21 an hour for their grave shift.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
That is what it is. That's just the rate, man.
Okay.
That is what
So basically, hey, we've covered similar stories to this, but hey, regardless of how employees feel and all that, like you should pay game developers, especially of AAA games, at least a living wage.
Just a little bit.
Just,
I mean, you should pay fucking everyone a living wage, but
yes,
fucking that's a pipe dream if I've ever heard one.
yeah.
Like, let's put it this way, dude. I worked on a contract this week worth $127 million for the U.S. Army.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone on my personal team is making 16 to 19 an hour.
Damn, man. That's yeah. Yep.
That is, but and me and a coworker sat down and calculated, like, we highballed the wage for the entire floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we sat down, we're like, okay, we have 80 people across all 5 teams here, and then let's assume they're all making the highest for whatever their position is, which we know isn't the case, but we wanted to highball.
Yeah.
We're all okay. So we're making. So if you're fucking, let's say you're in. So if you're in ES, you're making this. You're in VL like me, you're making this. Film this, etc., etc., etc. And then like the total was like barely above 1% of the profit that the project pulls in.
Jeez.
For Microsoft.
Wow.
What?
It's bad. It's bad.
Yep.
Oh fuck.
Yep. And this is why Microsoft goes to vendors, though, because we work for a vendor. We're like, and like the best part is like one time I was like in the lunchroom and I fucking heard like, because the buildings are split up. Our building is almost all vendors outside of a small little Microsoft section, like a very tiny, and then the other 2 buildings are Microsoft people proper, and like there were like a couple dudes who came over to this building from Microsoft to watch the World Cup and grab lunch at the cafe, and like heard them talking about how shitty the building was. Like, can't believe we have to eat lunch in this dump. And I'm just like,
cool.
I was like, wow. So like, yeah, it's like literally a tier system in this. It's just like, oh, you're just like when I was in the other building, because like this building was on construction, like they were like, oh, here are these fridges with stocked with sodas, but they're only for proper Microsoft people.
Blasian Asian
hey there.
has been subscribed for 21 months. Thank you, bud. How you doing?
Here's me. I do something nice for him.
Yeah,
Thank you for using your Prime subscription.
Hell yes.
Thank you. 3 away.
Love you.
Thank you.
Bridging that gap for low pay. Get us these subs. God. 3 away.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like that's it's one of those things where it's it's just so frustrating.
Yep.
Like, it really fucking is. It's just like, you know, and like, yeah, like think about how much money Elden Ring made and is making.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like just that, like think about that for a second.
Yep.
Like up until Call of Duty and God of War, that was the best-selling game of the year. You know?
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, it's not like this was some fucking small, like, yeah, when it was Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls, I understood how this was the case.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. I was just like, okay, I understand why this is making what this is making.
Yeah.
But now it's like, this is a mega franchise. You are the Bloodborne Elden Ring people.
Yep.
Like, how the fuck is this the way it is?
Yep.
And yeah, man, it's not good.
Not good at all. Blasian's liking the new look, Bronson.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I very much was just like, fuck, I hate all this hair.
Yep.
And then went probably a little crazy, but you know, like,
if your face gets cold, you can grow it back.
That's right.
Yes. This is very fucking true. So, but yeah, so I was, you know, it was one of those things where just, yeah,
Yep.
I just was not just.
And I know this is a story we've covered at a number of different places. It's a trend that is continuing and will continue unless some big disruptions happen. You know, with talk of like the rail worker strike and teacher strike up in Canada, like people are talking about game developer unionization again.
I mean, the answer that look, here's the answer for everyone. If you want to just make this as fast as possible, just full on general strike. Just shut down the whole economy for like a week. There you go.
If we come together to do that, that would be amazing.
Yeah, like think about what COVID did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then now just imagine if that was people enforcing that shit as their like will.
Yep.
There you go. Done.
If all this would not be an issue.
Yeah, GG, no that shit done.
Yep. God.
Not gonna happen, but you know.
Just know that the easy answer is right there.
Yeah, well, no, like, because it was, you know, like, because when I was at my job and I had my little fucking blow up with management, and like, I made sure to fucking inform everybody on that floor about what the fuck was going on.
Yep.
And, you know, and like, only one other person bothered to do what I'm doing and actually give a shit.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just, yeah, it's not.
It works when people come together to take action. If that doesn't happen, then this goes on.
Yep, so. And it'll and that's what's gonna happen.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's real clean. Girlfriend seemed to like it the other day. You know, I very much liked it because the thing is like, I actually do need to fucking like get rid of it a lot of the time just because of the CPAP machine. So yeah, that's kind of where it is for that, at least.
For the podcast listeners, we're talking about Bronson's new look again.
Sorry for
it's all good.
That
is probably a big consideration, is being comfortable while you sleep. And if that that helps, that's good. Yeah, so important to note about what's going on over there. Let's talk about happy things.
There's
joyous things, really?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends. It depends on your perspective. How you feel about these. But hey, a new Mario trailer dropped. Mario movie trailer.
Mario trailer dropped, you say?
Yeah.
Still, like, it only builds the excitement for me.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
so
really
stoked to see this movie.
Yeah, it was really cool. I was a big fan. But go on. Yeah, do we want to do it? So I just want to run it?
I mean, I'm running it right now. We can talk about it over it. I've got the sound kind of low. If people want to watch the movie trailer, it's out on YouTube. You can find it. movie official trailer 2. Chris Pratt, still Chris Pratt. I've just given up that fight. It's just what it's gonna be.
Chris Pratt gonna Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt's gonna Chris Pratt, and that's over.
Chris Prattity Pratt.
We got a better look at Luigi, better look at Peach in this one. Donkey Kong.
Cranky Kong.
We got Cranky Kong. We got Funky Kong, I think.
Yeah, Funky isn't it briefly? He's like in the background.
Yes.
But yes.
Yes.
It's like a hot second. It's like.
But Funky Kong confirmed.
Yes. A lot of decent references that are like, okay, all right, you know what you're doing.
Decent. I was seeing nods for Mario 64, for Mario Kart,
Donkey Kong,
Smash.
Yeah, Rainbow.
I'm pretty
Rainbow
sure
Road
we
is
got a
in there.
Smash nod in there.
Straight up showing these platforming sections, which makes me wonder how does this work in context? I'm very curious.
I'm betting
And
he's
the little
like
cheat
Part
sheet
of a
right
training
in.
montage.
Oh, maybe,
Mario's
yeah, that makes
face. That
sense.
There's a huge universe.
Tanuki.
Yep.
Tanuki Mario, Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
They're all
I don't know if you guys caught it, but Luigi was holding all of his stuff for Luigi's Mansion.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we got that nod in there.
They're taking advantage. They're pulling out all the stops. Like this could have been like a series of movies, and they're just here we go, everything.
Rainbow
It
Road.
might very well be a series.
I mean, yeah, probably will be.
I am a little more liking Chris Pratt's voice after seeing more than one word.
Yeah, after seeing this trailer, I think it sounds better than it did when he was just like, oh man, when he's getting up
Yeah.
or whatever. But I am on board this train for the Nintendo Cinematic Universe.
Yes.
You know, I think
Nintendo,
they have
make this happen.
I think did someone say that like one of the writers for this also worked on Lego Movie?
Yeah, Lego Movie
Yeah.
and Minions.
That's okay. You know, Lego Movie is an absolutely incredible movie writing wise. So this seems to be in good hands, and I'm excited.
Indeed.
And all I'm just gonna say at this point is like I'm gonna watch it, and hey, y'all, set up whatever you need to set up to make the Smash Bros. Movie happen.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the real end game here.
Pretty much. And it comes out right around the time of my birthday, so
Yeah, that'll be a good present.
definitely gonna go see it the weekend of my birthday.
Absolutely.
I'm definitely gonna watch that opening weekend.
Yep.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's that.
So yeah, pretty cool.
So now, we're basically moving on to our topic, and I'm gonna have this kind of run in the background. The topic is: has World of Warcraft redeemed itself? Bronson, I'm gonna let you take the lead on this, and I'm just gonna let this movie play. And I'm gonna use the restroom
Okay.
again. Too much coffee.
Okay, good call. Good call. Hey, I feel it. But so yeah, man, it's really hard not to be positive about Blizzard and World of Warcraft at this particular moment. After watching them, after watching them do this interview, because so what this is Preach, who used to be a big name in the WoW community. He is now a big Final Fantasy and Destiny guy, but he used to be like probably like the third biggest name in WoW, Jesse, behind like Asmund and Soda Poppin'. Like, yeah, he was huge. Like, absolutely.
Yeah, he was a big guy in WoW.
Yeah, and he left because of the sexual assault and all the bullshit that went into the game. And Dragonfight looked promising, and he said, "Okay, look, I will fund the trip. It doesn't need to be sponsored. It doesn't need to be all this other bullshit. I just want to come in and do an interview with you guys. I just want to do an interview. That's all I want. Like that's it. That is the goal. I want complete access. I just want you to answer questions. Bing bang boom." And Blizzard said yes. Blizzard let them full access to the campus. Obviously, some stuff is NDA'd, like the next expansion and what the next patch is going to be, so on and so forth. But in general, they got full access to all of it.
Yep.
Like the whole shebang. And they did an interview on how Shadowlands and Battle for Azeroth ended up like it did, and that they're actually listening to feedback, and how they're trying to do more evergreen systems, and how they're how they're trying to fix their culture internally. And Jesse, obviously they can't go into too much detail because of the lawsuits, but in your opinion, at least, do you think they're taking the right steps? I'm not sure if you watched this interview or not.
I haven't watched all of it. I saw bits and pieces of it, but it seems like they are going in the right direction. But I think this has been true for every start to every expansion. So I'm still like holding my breath.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not going to hold my breath, I think is the right way to phrase that. But I don't know. This seems pretty promising. The stuff that I have played so far is a lot of fun, and like in other expansions, it's like, okay, this is more of the same. This is what I know. But like the Drakthir stuff and the soaring, I haven't got to dragon flying, but like just soaring is really fun. It seems like things are going in the right direction, but I'm still like, I'm cautious. I'm cautiously optimistic.
That's kind of where I'm at, because like I realize that once I get into the end game systems and start doing real fucking around, this could all go south. But
Yes.
From everything I've been reading about the end game systems and talking to friends who had hit the end game systems, they're just like, no, dude, I'm just buying or crafting my gear, and there's like nothing else to prevent my power besides gear. Anything that's like time gated is just cosmetic, and I'm gonna get it eventually just by playing the fucking game.
Mm.
Yep.
And I'm like, that's fucking amazing. That's what it was in the before times. And that great, good, very good, big fan. They did a good
That's
job
what I
with
want to
that.
see. That's what I want.
As for the the lawsuit stuff and the allegation stuff, like they seem to be handling that very well. Last month we talked about that dude got fired after shit came out, like immediately. Like they're taking it very seriously, and like apparently it's a very positive culture currently. And the thing that made me most interested about the interview is the reason that Shadowlands ended up like it did is basically when they start making an expansion, it is at the very start of when another expansion is starting. So like when Shadowlands was being made, it basically started being made at like the end of Legion, beginning of Battle for Azeroth.
Right.
And a lot of the systems in Legion, the borrowed power, etc., received very favorably. And so by the time that they could and by then their plans are already locked in and they were committed to it. And that's basically what ended up happening for those two expansions and why they ended up the way they did. Because, it's all Legion's fault, everyone. So yeah, like that was a very interesting thing, I guess, that they brought up. So yeah. I don't know. Like it's like it just doesn't feel like Blizzard has been in the past. Like, and I think part of it is also just the amount of access that they're allowing content creators as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the fact that like Blizzard 3-4 years ago would not have allowed this interview to happen.
No.
Not in a million fucking years. They wouldn't be putting Asmon on their front page or having an Asmon reference in one of the quests. By the way, Asmongold is referenced in a quest directly. Everyone.
Jesus. Okay.
Dude.
So yeah, like they wouldn't be doing it, like, and it just seems like they're doing all the right stuff. Like I can't sit here and be like, they're fucking shit up, because they're not. So yeah, like that's like, and I don't, and once again, I'm in the leveling experience, but even the leveling experience of Shadowlands, while I had fun, there were definite parts of it where I was just like, oh god, fucking Maldraxxus is dragging on, which I haven't felt that way here. I will say I have felt that there are so many goddamn side quests that like I literally had to stop doing them, otherwise I was going to be level capped by the end of the second zone.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude. I 100%ed the first zone and was like level 65.
Jesus.
All right.
Damn.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. Like it just doesn't feel like the same Blizzard that we've had for such a long time, and for multiple different reasons why. So yeah, there's that. It just, that interview especially, I encourage anyone who's a World of Warcraft fan to go watch this interview. They talk about Classic and their response to the Classic community. They talk about how the games are developed, how they actually are listening to feedback. It's just that the way they used to iterate in the past was, because the expansion starts being planned 2 years in advance, they are too slow to react to things. So they're trying to change that process, which is why, once again, Shadowlands ended up the way it did.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. And like I said, I've been playing a lot of it, like a lot of it, and I've had like nothing but good experiences in this expansion so far, and like the thing is like it doesn't look like that'll change at endgame, because there's not a bunch of systems to track. There's not conduits. There's not fucking soulbinds. Torghast is not a thing here.
Right.
And even if it was a thing, it's not related to player power, so I don't have to do it. It's just, oh man, do you want these dope cosmetics? Well, like, go get Dragon Rep.
Yep.
And there's a bunch of different ways to get Dragon Rep, but go get Dragon Rep. So yeah. And also, I can definitely tell that some of the Final Fantasy community is giving it a shot, because one of the fine inns in the game has been turned into a nightclub. Yep.
All right. We knew it was going to happen.
Yep. I'm surprised how fast it happened. I thought, like, because a lot of the Final Fantasy community, in my experience, is just like, no, we're never going to play World of Warcraft ever.
Yeah.
Except for the old WoW people like Jesse and I.
Right.
So like it was weird to log in and hear and see nightclub happening at this inn in Veldragon. I'm like, what the fuck? Did I log into the wrong game?
It's like, no, I'm booting with the right one. What the shit is this?
Yep. Well, yeah. So I guess all that's left is see what Endgame's like, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna hit 70 in the next day or two and finish the campaign and start towards that Endgame gear grind. And we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But so far, at least, I have nothing but positive things to say. Like it's, and well, obviously, and the whole WoW community at this point is very much, well, that could turn on a dime. We have all been here before, but
right.
It just feels different somehow.
Sure.
And that's hard to quantify, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it helps with how the zones are just a lot more grounded.
Oh, sure.
Like it feels like we're in Azeroth or a fantasy zone versus something versus the Shadowlands, which is big mythical fucking area.
Right.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
That's cool. It sounds
know.
like they're making all the right changes. They're being receptive to requests made by people over the years now, and it seems to be showing up in this expansion. So looks good.
Yeah. Yes, and I'm happy to see all those things, report all those things, etc.
Yep.
I guess do you guys have any questions? Like that's the first thing, I guess.
Add-on Stealth
Yeah.
or Curse Forge. Is that where I go to get add-ons still?
Yeah. I mean, I only run 3 add-ons, so I'm probably not the person you want to talk to about that. But yes, as far as I know.
Okay.
I run 3 mods, bro. I run Deadly Boss mods, Details, and BTW quests.
I have so many add-ons that I need to play. I do the same thing in Final Fantasy though. I have a ton of plugins that like
you don't need them, man. I promise.
I do need them. I need them.
The game will be okay without them. I promise you.
No. I did because of like the UI customization stuff that you can do. I was able to uninstall a bunch of stuff.
That's what a lot of people.
Nice.
That's what a lot of the UI people are telling me. Like I'm not a big UI mod guy. Like I basically tweaked mine a little bit, but basically ran on the same one from like 2004. And yeah, like it very much a lot of people who are like, I need to change every part of my UI. Didn't really have problems.
Yep.
Nice.
So
Good.
Yeah, I like I said before the show, I spent like 3 hours last night working on my UI.
yeah,
Yep.
I think Stella Stella and I started playing on Wednesday, and then she got back into it this morning, and she spent a good hour. It looked like from what I saw. So like I think depending on like for me, it was about a good 40 minutes. I actually no, it was like good. Yeah, like I did that pre-patch stream, so it was like actually no, it was about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
About an hour to get it to where I was just like, yeah, this feels good.
Yeah.
This feels right. So
it looks good. I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are once you get to the end of the story and you're checking out the end game stuff. But
I
beyond
know
that, it sounds like they're good.
Jerica, who is probably one of the most critical people about WoW story, said the ending is spectacular. So I'm very curious to see it now. I jokingly I talked about Rathian briefly, and just like she's just like this story. God damn it! I was like, what, Rathian? Yeah, he's hot. That this is also how I know the Final Fantasy community is here right now. Is everyone's talking about how Rathian is fucking so bangable.
I would have to see that to confirm, but
Rathian, okay.
Yeah, look up Rathian adult like visage form.
Or don't.
or no, it's up to you.
What?
As long as I don't search
definitely
on.
don't look up Rathian adult.
As long as I don't search it on Bing, we'll be fine. All I'm getting is just that guy from Bleach. How do you spell his name?
Wrathon.
Ion. Okay.
Rathian.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, everyone's like Rathian is daddy.
Oh, good reason.
Sure. Yep. Yeah.
There you go, all.
Cool.
What you wanted, right?
Yeah, why not?
That's what all you perverts from Final Fantasy wanted, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, I can see it.
I'm sitting here looking at these shoulder blades, though. These shoulder pads.
Yeah, his armor looks real cool.
Yeah.
I'm kind of vibing with that too. Not gonna lie.
I don't know. They made all the dragons kind of hot, dude. Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. You look at like you look at Alex like. If you look at the Dragonflight models for Alexstrasza, Caligos, fucking Rathian, like they made Nose Dormu, like they literally made every aspect fine as hell.
I'm gonna let the internet
pick
figure
what you
that.
look like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you, right?
Yep.
Like.
Nope. You'll find that.
I want to be dragon aspect who's like, I want it to be hideous.
Sure. God damn it. Yep. So we'll look forward to, on this show and on this stream, on this channel, more World of Warcraft coverage, because it's coming.
Yep. Indeed.
And the signs are good so far. So good.
Yes. Big Blizzard, good job so far.
Yep.
We'll give you a grade.
Far.
We'll give you a grade once we're into rating and whatnot, but So far, so good.
Yep. Good. All right. I think that's it for the news.
All right, sounds good.
Which leaves us with hey, what have we been playing?
WoW, lots of WoW.
You've been playing lots of World of
Big
Warcraft.
WoW. And I got further into God of War. I'm getting pretty close to the end, but mostly it was honestly mostly WoW this week. Like that was it.
I believe it.
So
I absolutely believe it. Anything else?
not that I can think of.
Okay. Mine's real quick. I played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm enjoying myself. I went through all the Titan stuff, which allows your mount to be able to like swim in water and glide and jump higher and stuff like that. So that was good and nice. It's very, very simple. You go and find this Pokemon that's larger than usual. You have a fight, and then it runs away, and then you do like a simulated mini raid thing that they do, but it's like just to introduce you to that concept of raiding. Like right now, like everyone's raiding to get Charizard, and it's not raid obviously in the traditional sense. It's like 4 people team up on a giant Pokemon, and then everyone can catch
Pokemon
it.
Go style.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it just introduces that concept, and there's a lot of repeat stuff, which, you know, I just playing a Pokemon game, I just accept, like, oh, you're just gonna do this again. Okay, yep, fine. So it's whatever. And then yeah, I got halfway. I've got nearly all of the bottom half of the island taken care of in terms of badges or dealing with the Team Star or whatever. So, I don't know, Pokemon's still Pokemoning, and I'm having a good time. But
Nice.
the other thing is I played some modded Elden Ring.
What'd you mod in?
Oh, I put in easy mode.
Okay.
It's it's like takes damage up 50, ideal damage 50% more, and no, deal 25% more damage, take 50% less damage. And then it gave you a bunch of souls and things like that. So just generally makes the game easier. So, and it literally the whole point is just like I wanted to see what was going on in the world, so I just want to run through. And yeah, it's a cakewalk once I put all that stuff in, which, you know, again, intended. But I was already like 60 hours through. So in order to get to back to where my first character was, I have to physically go through all the same stuff again in terms of the main story stuff to get to where I was before. And like, even though I am just blowing through all this stuff now, I'm still like entering this area and like, all right, this fucking guy. Oh, this fucking and I'm like halfway through and like, yeah, I can easily blow through all this, but I now have that first experience of me just dreading every aspect of this game. It's like, I did this because I wanted to go into the game and see all the stuff, but now my experience with the game has been colored by me struggling with all this shit. So no, I think I'm just straight done with Elden Ring. And that was what me getting that mod is for. And so that was that.
Now on to God of War.
Yeah, someone give me a PS5, I'll do it.
Yeah, there's a PS4 version.
There's a PS4 version.
I know, but I don't want to run on the PS4 version.
Yeah, it's fair.
Come on.
For your sake, I'll run God of War on PS4.
Yeah.
See if there is any significant difference.
I would appreciate it.
Did you play the first one, Aaron?
Play what?
Did you play the first one?
No.
Briefly, I did.
He did.
It's excellent.
Oh,
it's so good.
And it's on PC.
Yep, that too.
Yeah.
I still cry at the ending of God of War every time.
So yeah, that's it for me on my end.
All right, Jess. What about you, Jesse?
played some Pokemon, not a whole lot,
Mhm.
but
Mm-hmm.
since like probably Ruby and Sapphire,
Mm-hmm.
I've always done a thing where I found somebody else who's playing Pokemon and I restart my game 6 or 7 times while I trade them every starter.
Oh.
And then they trade me back all the
Nice.
starters. And like I dread it every time because it's like a waste of anywhere from like half an hour to an hour
Ugh.
just doing that.
Oh.
So, but
Okay.
I finally did it and then started to like actually play the game. And it's been fun. You know, I'm not like too far into it, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Played a lot of Marvel Snap this week because the season ends tomorrow, I
Okay.
think, or Tuesday. But that game is still fun. If you like I think it's the battleground mode in Hearthstone.
Hmm.
Marvel Snap is similar to that.
I think Ray
What?
really loves that, so I should let him know.
Yeah, let him know and see what he thinks. Everybody that I've been like, oh, you should play Marvel Snap has been like, nah.
Yeah.
I mean, I played it. I just,
Yeah.
played a bunch of other stuff instead.
Right.
WoW
So,
came out, right?
WoW came out and God of War was already out, so
Yeah.
Yep.
bad timing.
I didn't play any God of War this week, but I did pick up.
How far are you in that?
Protocol. I just got to Alfheim, so not far at all.
Oh yeah, okay, you're
Yeah. But I did pick up
You're
Callisto
still
Protocol,
pretty.
You did pick up Callisto
Oh,
Protocol.
How is that?
which I think was I don't think it was a poor choice. I don't think it was the best choice for the game to pick up this week. Like Midnight Suns is reviewing a lot. People are complaining about a lot of like technical issues or optimization issues with this game, but
Yeah,
I haven't run into any on the PS5.
Yeah, if I did not have to go Christmas shopping, I would not have. I would have probably bought Midnight Suns. But
Yeah, I think Midnight Suns would have been the like a better game to get this week. But I mean, it feels like Dead Space. It's not like the weird thing to me is that this is a horror game, and I don't know if I'm just desensitized to the horror genre in general, but it's not scary like at all. It's zombies in prison in space, and that is like the entire premise.
That sounds like you just described Dead Space.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're instead of being an engineer, you're a smuggler. And there's like this overarching question of like, who is your main character? Like why for one can he fight so well, and why for two did he end up getting into prison? Because you start the game with like this rebel group boarding your ship, and then you exhaust your ship to space, which kills everybody, but also like damages your ship, and then you crash on a moon of Jupiter, and then you go into prison, and then the game starts from there. So there's still, I'm like 2/3 of the way through the game. I played it a lot yesterday, and may finish it today, but there's still like a lot of questions as far as the story goes. It's interesting enough to keep me playing it. The combat, it kind of sucks. You
have a problem with all things considered.
Yeah. You get like 5 or 6 guns, but the best gun is the second one that you find.
I mean, to be fair, the first Dead Space was that way because the first gun you get is the best gun.
Is the best gun, yeah, because it cuts off limbs really easily. You get a melee weapon. You get like a stun baton, which is probably what you use for most of the game. And then eventually, like in the first chapter, you can find a shotgun, and the shotgun is like the best gun in the game. So I just sell all the ammo for everything else I have. Inventory management is a thing in all horror games, but in this one you get 6 slots for your inventory, and the only thing that stacks is ammo up to 8. So you very quickly stack out or max out your inventory, which is super frustrating. Because you've only got 6 slots, and like each med kit takes up its own slot. Gun schematics take up a slot. Items that you can sell take up their own slots. So inventory management is really frustrating in this one. It could have been handled a lot better, I think. But I'm probably going to finish it. I'll probably finish it this week.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm very curious because that was kind of the last game this year I was like looking at.
Isn't River City Girls 2 supposed to be out this week?
Is it? Oh,
think
man.
so.
Okay.
It's like Thursday or Friday this week that it's supposed to come out.
Well, dang.
Oh, no. It got pushed. It says coming soon.
Oh,
No.
right.
Bummer.
2023 is
Bummer.
gonna be something.
Yep.
So, all right. Anything else? Nothing.
Nah, nothing else. That's
Alright.
it. That's it for
Cool.
me.
Emily, what'd you play?
I finished story mode for Spider-Man.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. That ending is so fucking sad. Go on.
I cry every time. Let's see. I jumped back into Ratchet and Clank. Hadn't played that one in a while, but I jumped back into it for a little bit, and then I played some Dreamlight Valley this morning because I had been seeing articles about a special code for a golden potato.
I can use a golden potato.
I've got
It's
a golden potato.
I actually took a photo of the message that you get once you put in the redemption code. A special shout out to everybody that all the articles, especially Prima Games, who posted the article about it and the redemption code. Y'all are heroes. Heroes. Hold on, I'm gonna post it in the general chat so you can check this shit out.
Okay.
There it is. And there. But yeah, I was just like, what in the actual shit? So I did it this morning and I'm like, it's not that big of a deal, but at the same time, it's kind of cool because you can get potatoes from one of Goofy's stalls. I believe it's the Forgotten Lands where he has it. I can't remember.
I mean, who doesn't love potatoes?
Right?
The potatoes were in my burrito this morning. They were delicious.
Hell yeah.
They were delicious. As an Irish descent, I am always into potatoes.
Who isn't into potatoes? I'm sorry.
I say we should put that as the podcast title this week. Who isn't in the
Yeah, that's a good
You're
title.
welcome.
Like there are people who have different tastes and whatever, but I've never heard of someone who's like, ugh, potatoes.
Potatoes. No.
God, if
yeah,
there's potatoes in it, I can't have it.
Yeah, I just thought it was thought I'd share that with you guys, and especially for those that are playing Dreamlight Valley on Game Pass or PlayStation or whatever the case may be.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that's a Game Pass game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's early access, but it's on Game Pass. So
Game Pass is I feel like needs to start sponsoring this channel.
with
We show Game Pass.
how much praise we give it. Oh,
Yeah.
and also there is going to be an update on Tuesday. It's their winter season pass
Okay.
because they always have these star paths every month and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Last one was the villains star path for Halloween with the inclusion of Scar. This week is the Toy Story update. So Buzz and Woody and rumor has it Stitch is coming out this week.
There you
with
go.
that star path. So I'm pumped.
Yeah.
Like that's my boy.
That sounds exciting.
So hopefully I'll have more details for that on the next show.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think
that's a
pretty much
show.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, boys and girls.
All right. So
Oh.
Monday, hopefully when this podcast comes out, we got Halo.
Halo.
Playing some Halo Infinite. We're going through that story, having a good old Halo time.
Indeed. Who doesn't love good old-fashioned Halo?
Well, they're out there.
Monsters. That's who.
Monsters.
Let's be honest.
Absolute heathens.
Fucking out here being like, oh, they don't want no fucking Halo.
Tuesday, ranking the MCU.
Yes, hopefully, assuming we are all scheduled correctly this time.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
That Guardians holiday special was real good. That's all I'm gonna say.
I gotta
It
watch that.
was. It's a fun one.
It's something. This is what I'll say. So
Oh, I can already tell tomorrow's discussion is gonna be fun.
Yep, gonna be good.
Tuesday's discussion. Yeah.
Tuesday. To be sure to tune in if we end up going live. And hey, the best way to check if we're going live is to be on our Discord. That's the place to be.
Indeed, it is.
So
Why are you not there already?
why are you not there already?
That's the real
I'm
question.
saying. We got to figure out how to get that.
Last Aaron told me our analytics on podcasting services say we should have 200 people in there, but we only have 70 something.
Hey,
So what the fuck, you guys?
So what's up, guys?
it's all good. Hey, you know,
going
no
on here?
pressure. Just saying. That's all.
No pressure. I mean, if you just want to be cool, though.
And yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Good lord. So yeah, we may do other stuff later, but hey, best way to check in with us is on our Discord. Sometimes we post on social media, but we're definitely more Discord people. So
Yes.
feel free to hang
exactly.
with us down over
If
there.
you want to harass me personally on Twitter, it's at Gamecraft.
Yep. And
At Super Gamecraft is the general account where you'll. I mean,
if you
you'll
send a
get
message,
responses.
you know, yeah, you'll get a response.
Yeah, but if you want to interact with I'm the or Jesse, you have a Twitter, HR Ninja.
Yeah,
So,
HR Ninja Gaming.
Oh yeah.
Wait, was HR just regular HR Ninja taken?
Yeah, there's some like really, and I didn't know this when I started this, but there's some like relatively famous dude in the HR world, I guess, that has HR Ninja.
The
So I just put
fuck?
gaming at the end, and
You need to become
people-
more famous in the HR world and steal his name.
Right. Well, people will
Be
ask
like,
me, they'll be
I am
like,
the-
"Are
I
you
am
this
the
dude?" And I'm
HR
like, I don't know
ninja
who that
now.
dude is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just go up to him like, I am the HR Ninja now.
I mean, to be fair, HR Ninja does sound like someone who like goes around giving press conferences and how to be good at
Yes.
HR.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what he does?
Yeah. Yep. All
Pretty
right.
much.
How do you be good at HR, Jesse? Can you explain that to us?
Don't be an idiot.
Hey, I fail that.
that
That's
easy.
okay. Can't
Do
be
what
an
the
HR.
company tells you. There you go.
Just don't be an idiot.
All right.
Um,
You heard it here
that seems
first.
that seems like such an interesting profession. Because like
Hmm.
you want to do right by people, but you also like have
Still
to
have to
kind of
carry the water of the company, or still carry management's water or whatever. It's
yeah.
there's a
That's
fine
some
line.
shit.
Yeah, like, because I'd be terrible at that job because I'd constantly be telling the company to go fuck themselves.
Yeah. It wouldn't go well, probably.
Well, I can
Probably not.
tell management why that's a bad idea, but at the end of the day, I just make recommendations, so I got to do whatever they want. But like, I have no problem being like, it's dumb. You should not
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But we're gonna okay, all right. I tried.
Yep.
No, well, yeah, you taught. I've told you my experiences with management.
Yeah,
So,
Yep.
Should you do this? No.
Should
All right.
not.
We're gonna head out. That's been a show. Thank you all for hanging out with us. This has been fun. We will check in with y'all later. Hope to see you on Monday's stream.
See you Monday. Whoop whoop.
Bye guys.
Bye, guys.